What's up, guys? We have today a very special guest from FN3P himself, Jordan Yanni. Jordan, welcome to the Lefties Lounge. Nice to have you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to finally get you on here. We've kind of been connecting through Instagram. That's how we got to know each other. Us being the young podcast that we are, I reached out to you. I saw the brand. I thought it was great. Once I understood the FN3P, I was like, oh, that's what he means. It's got to mean fucking three putt. Like,
It's got to mean
love the brand. Reached out to you. We got to talking a little bit. You sent us a couple hats, and then we kind of just got rolling from there. We played a couple weekends ago, which was a great time. But why don't you? I mean, you can just start by telling us a little bit about the brand and how it started. I know it's a pretty cool story with a license plate. So
yeah. So I was working at Loon a long time ago, and we've all said it. Fucking three putt. Like, it's just. I mean, I wasn't even golfing a ton back then, really. And someone said it, and I was like, you could put that on a license plate. Now that was maybe 2011, 12, somewhere around there.
Wow. Okay.
And when I moved back to Maine, 2015, registered the car. It was like FN3 PUTT. I didn't I had to do it so in case she caught on. But so I registered the car with that and got the license plate. And people taking photos of my license plate in the back. I could see them doing it. So it was one of those things where I started thinking in ideas for logos, and I was kicking off. We'll talk about this later, but working the leaderboard and doing the air cannon. So I was getting involved in the golf scene, and I came up with a logo, and literally it hasn't changed. I think the first logo didn't have a flag in it, and then when I decided to put the flag in, I literally went to Lids in the mall.
Oh, nice!
I had to see it. I had to see it.
Yeah.
Because on a computer, you're like, I don't know. So printed or embroidered 24 hats, and I think they were gone in 24 hours when I put them on Facebook.
That's amazing.
Just from friends. So, yeah, I just kind of ran with it at that point, and here we are.
That was sick.
What,
now,
February?
obviously,
3 years ago or so, February.
So that was my question, was when you really started slinging stuff. So, I guess you had to move on from Lids. So, like, how you bought the 24 hats, like, how quick did you know that, like, you had something? I mean, really?
I mean,
after
honestly,
that, I mean,
yeah, like literally on that day,
yeah,
I was like, okay, and when you come up with a logo, and I have very minimal graphic talents on the computer.
Yeah. Trust me, we know how that goes.
He knows.
So,
yeah,
it had to be a simple logo, but it just was one of those things where, wow, all right, so it's got some legs. Like, you just don't sell 24 hats in 24 hours.
No, not even to friends and family. Like, you had to be like, oh shit, now what? Like, right. What have you, like, gone through? Because the hats are sick. And every single one of them, the performance one, the trucker one I have, the flat brim, they're just such a good quality. Have you gone through and, like, a bunch of different companies, or did you just fall into this one, or how'd that work?
Yeah. I mean, Richardson's kind of as you dive into it, and obviously I needed to find an embroiderer to do the hats. Like, Lids is just Lids. It's on that machine in the mall.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you couldn't have made that much money off the Lids ones either, because you paid probably a premium for it.
No, I talked the guy up. I gave him a hat.
True salesman.
Yeah,
nice.
Absolutely. I was like, listen, how many can I buy? And it worked out, actually. It wasn't too bad.
Perfect. Awesome.
But then I found a local guy, and I was doing a lot of sourcing myself on buying from a website where you don't have to buy so many hats. So you buy a couple, and you see if you like them. And hats are one of those weird things where it doesn't have to be a name brand thing to be a good hat. So,
right.
you know, I would buy a couple and then I'd bring them to, or drop ship them to the local guy that I have. And he started that's how I started with him. And then when we went to the kind of the 3D puff font, some guy I met doing an air cannon knew the hat and was like, my boy does this. You should hit him up. And he's my guy. So he's been my guy since.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
And he does it. I mean, he just does a great job. They're very meticulous with cleaning and making sure all that stuff is centered, and the consistency is very good. So I stick with him. I still go to the local guy every now and then for certain things.
Yeah.
But when I'm running a big order of hats, I'm going to the guy. Actually, he's out of Massachusetts, actually.
Oh,
when
nice.
you were originally, when you thought of the FN3P just name itself, and you went to go trademark, and obviously you have to like copyright it, did you find any? I know there's like, I think Ronnie had like a fuck bogeys
head cover.
Like a head cover.
Yeah, that thing was sick.
That was sick. Did you find any other like 3-putt specific like names, and was there a lot in the market? Did that scare you at all, or?
Not really, because I don't know. There's something about, like, you see these other companies that are, and I'm not knocking them by any means, but for lack of a better term, they're just throwing the word bogey on something, or, you know, they're taking terms from golf and using them.
Yeah.
This has got a little more in-depth kind of thought process behind it. People, when they see it, they either know it right away, or they know it, but they can't tell you because, you know, they're trying to figure it out.
Well, I think we had said this before, that it's like a conversation starter. They look at your hat and they're just like, FN3 putt. What's that? Oh, FN3. And then you start talking. Oh, where'd you get that? What, you know, like it really, we wore it at the member guest and got complimented. They're like, oh man, that's sick. It's not like your average Titleist or, you know, bogey, like you said, you know.
Well, I like it. I think the big thing, and I'm learning all this stuff too. I'm not trying to say that I knew all this stuff right away when it happened, but you could wear this to any club.
Oh, right?
Like that's what I like about it. Like, you're not rolling into a private club if you get invited to go somewhere, or if you belong there, and you have something that says like "fuck bogeys" or "titties." The titties have the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, you know, people are buying those, and that's great.
Yeah.
I think they got a cease and desist order, because I think a bunch of old people were buying them thinking they were Titleist hats.
Oh my god!
I think I read that somewhere that was happening. Like,
I'll get my grandson a Titleist hat.
Titties.
And it's buying a 4-year-old friggin' titties hat.
That's
so
incredible.
funny. I've had a couple kids wear FN3P hats to school, like their parents.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
and they don't. Funny. And they don't even. Teachers aren't going to know unless they golf.
If they golf,
and you can't get mad at it either, because it doesn't. It's an FN3 putt. Who can? You know?
Exactly, and that's what I tell. You know, I tell people, like, no, it's FN3 putt. Like, yeah. However you want. Whatever you want it to be.
Exactly. That's great.
You've talked about like the whole idea of creating a community in like the Northeast, and the brand recognition and the FN3P. How, obviously, you know, it's been like 3 years now. I see you're promoting. You guys got like a main golf tournament coming up. How has the kind of like community reach out like over New England gone?
So the event coming up on Saturday, I'm partnering up with Live Free Golf. Can you guys see these notifications?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, you're good.
I brought attention to it now. They contacted me because they ran into somebody. Again, this is like the world why I love golf and what we do. Being involved in golf, they ran into somebody playing a round of golf, and he told him what he does, and then he was like, "Oh, you should talk to Jordan," and so on and so forth. And he's got a great following doing basically an amateur golf tour league. They were in New Hampshire, Mass, and now we're going to bring it to Maine. And that's just kind of a kickoff event. So that's definitely something that I had thought about before, trying to run some sort of like travel league where you bounce around and hit different courses. Because it promotes golf, it promotes courses, it's good for everyone, you know. But he's already got it going, so it was kind of a nice thing. This year I was going to try to kick off like a trip. I was going to try to do a bus trip. So earlier when I was in Boston, I was running ski trips for Boston Ski and Sports Club. So I kind of know that world of running trips like that. And I had contacted Atkinson. I don't know if you've ever heard of Atkinson in New Hampshire. Great course. You got to go play. Yeah, real nice course. It didn't work because of COVID, because we were going to do it earlier in the year. But they had given me a time frame and a price that we could come, and I, you know, blocked out some tee times, and I was going to try to promote it and run a group trip to go. So that's kind of still on the agenda at some point once things start to kind of loosen up here with COVID, if they ever do. But yeah, I mean, we do the trip, maybe a good segue to Phoenix every year.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I hope that happens. I hope that can, yeah.
Well,
tell us more about that.
You know, that started as a bachelor party for me.
Okay.
I plan my own. I mean, you'll ask any of my friends, like, I'm the planner. I want to do stuff.
It seems
to make it fun for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go to Phoenix, and we're going to do it. And yeah, we went there and had a blast, and it's grown. I think, the last 2 years we've had probably 20 people or so. Now, I have like my main group, and then there's another group that kind of has like a leader who they do their own thing, and we really only see them at the tournament because I buy the tickets for everyone.
Yeah.
So we're all in one spot, but they kind of do their own golf thing.
That's
makes
cool,
it easier,
though.
trying to handle 20-something people and tee times and whatnot.
Well, Jesus, even a couple of tee times is tough to do.
Right.
But you said you play a lot of golf out there too when you go.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Jeez, I don't know if it's going to be
amount of golf.
I don't know if it's going to be that much golf. We fly in. The go-to has been flying in Friday. We usually don't get 18 in because it's dark, but we got 18 in this year because one of my buddies brought a glow ball, so we finished the last
oh my
three
gosh.
knowing it was going to be dark. So we played 18 at Stone Creek, which is a great warm-up track. Condition, the greens are always good. The value is very good, and they have the bikes.
Oh, wow.
Sick.
How is that?
Yeah.
Oh, you kidding me?
Do those things move?
Yeah, you get a couple White Claws on those things, and you're having a blast.
You're really cruising.
It's like race fuel.
Dude, one guy dumped it a little bit, and then at the turn, he turned it in for a golf cart.
Oh, he couldn't handle it.
He's like, I can't.
That's
so
amazing.
we play 18. We wake up Saturday, play 36. This year we did 36 at Whirlwind, which is a great track. Tracks plural, 36 holes.
Oh wow.
Devil's Claw and Cattail, I think are the names of the courses.
Those are pretty cool.
Immaculate, dude. Immaculate. Place is just awesome. Sunday we go to the tournament, stay in a luxury box. When I say a luxury box, it was a box on 16. All your booze and food is included with your ticket, which is like,
oh my gosh,
next level.
That's all you can ask for. You get all that stuff. You don't have to run to the tee to the hole, because that's a huge thing.
Yeah, we show up lazy at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, you can actually enjoy your morning, have a cup of coffee, maybe breakfast. You have to get there at 3 a.m. and wait with a bunch of drunkards.
Yeah. No,
that's awesome though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 36, so we're not doing that.
Yeah, no, you can't recover like you used to. I'm gonna be 30.
We'll get into that too.
Yeah, once you get after 25, it was downhill for me. So
yeah, I went downhill in my late 20s. I kind of peaked a little at 30, and now I'm, you're always in your prime, however you want to look at it.
That's it.
Exactly.
It's all mindset.
It's all about mindset, which we are talking about this episode too. So I guess before we get like too deep into like the golf side of things, or like our games and stuff like that, You said that you work for the Air Cannon. It's called Leaderboard of Boston. I know that.
Yeah.
Maybe just tell us a little bit more about that, because I'm interested too. Just what you actually do.
Sure. So Leaderboard of Boston's owned by a friend of mine who I met at Loon. When my now wife and I quit a job and we moved to Maine in 2015, like with nothing to our name, stayed with some friends. She landed a job first, and then my friend asked if I wanted to start doing these air cannons, and I was like, babe, I got to go to work. I got to shoot balls out of cannons. So
yeah. It's a tough sell.
Yeah, we started doing it. They're a little background on the company. So they would run big corporate events before the cannon. So they would show up and put all your projector screens up. They had a raffle system. They could do scoring. They could print signage. So basically just like seamless for somebody that just wants to get the people there and promote it. And then not do anything else. So
they would check, get the people there.
You're right. Dude, they would do 25 or 30 of those events a year. So it was a two-man job.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cannon came along, I think 2014. The guy in Miami started doing them, and he was friends with the guy in Maine or New England. It was mainly Boston, not Maine. My first year, we did 120, and 50 of them were in September alone.
Oh wow!
So like the word of mouth really through the summer, people were like emailing us and calling us and texting me, and I traveled a lot. We did 320 events the next year. I think I put 20,000 miles on my car.
Oh my gosh!
And then we kind of just started just rolling with it. I mean, we came up with a great sales technique, and which was helpful. And I think the greatest thing about what our company does is everything we do is sponsorable, and anytime we're making money, the charity's making money.
Yeah.
So it's a hard thing to find, to be able to go out and sell and be on course or whatever product we're promoting. It's going to make the charity money too.
That's nice. Pretty interesting that happens. So you have the air cannon, it shoots, you said like just over 300 yards on a good day.
It can shoot 400 yards if you want.
It can.
Is it CO2?
Just compressed air.
Just compressed air.
That's sick. So you stand at a tee box and they don't play the hole, or how does it actually work?
Well, ideally all I use is their putter. So
okay.
With COVID again, I've actually been shooting every shot for people.
Oh wow!
Just to be on the safe side. Traditionally, we hand the gun to you.
Okay.
So we sell a package, and there's different benefits as far as what they get for scoring opportunities up at the green. We have a closest to the pin prize, and we, the cannon's great, but honestly, our guys and what we do, you got to be. We're good. We're good at our job.
Yeah, you got to be pretty personable. You're seeing however many 100 groups, 100 foursomes come through, and it's your job obviously to get them to pitch in and sell to that charity and to.
Yeah, and it's a two-man system. We got somebody at the green with like great commentary. You're not going to win a green jacket shooting like that. It's
that's awesome.
There's all kinds of stuff.
So I was looking on the website, and I have to ask. I saw the chance to win a trip to the Masters as like a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to explain to me how somebody wins a trip to the Masters, and how frequent does a ball go in?
So kind of crazy. We found a hole-in-one sponsor for the cannon. So another company.
Gotcha.
Which
takes that liability.
Yeah, which it's hard to do because like if you're shooting a cannon, and your odds of putting it in the hole is a little better than you hitting it.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
From 300 yards. So the tournament would buy into that package.
Gotcha.
And then, so that's just all it is. They buy into the package, and then we'll promote.
And then if somebody was to hit it, and have
so literally, our first tournament that someone bought in.
No way.
We had a hole-in-one.
Oh, what size package did they buy into? Because I know there are a couple different options. Was it the cash one?
think they had the trip. You know, it might have been to the Masters, but there's another trip too. We have a couple different trips that are involved, and then there's another one that's like 10 grand, 5 grand to you, 5 grand to the charity. That's another option.
Wow.
So we added that.
That's sick.
It's a pretty cool.
How many have you seen? Like how long you been doing it, and how many have you seen?
You're gonna ask me that question. I've been working. I'm probably of the people that are working, I'm the second most. I would say maybe not tournaments at this point, but like I've been there longer than
tenured.
Most.
Yeah.
And I've only seen 2.
Wow.
Really?
I had one on the tee box.
So you shot it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll explain what happened with mine. And I've been on the green for one. The one I was on the green for, I was fresh off of ACL surgery. I almost bit my shit running down, like super excited. I'm like, oh, it's in the hole. And then the hole in one I had was, and I'll premise this with, we're super careful. Obviously, it's a cannon with a ball in it. But they had a lefty, and he was struggling to like hold it. You know, lefties are weird sometimes, right?
Hey, be careful with the lefty thing, okay?
You guys write like this, like I don't know. So I'm switching sides with this dude because usually you hand it right here and the guy's righty, so it like works really nice. So I'm switching sides and I'm holding the gun, making sure he's good. And his buddies are razzing him. And he's like looking at it. He's like, "How do you even do this thing?" I'm not kidding you. Hits the trigger, and I'm holding.
No way.
It goes up and goes in the fucking hole.
Oh my god!
It like literally just like. The guy's like, "It's in the hole." He's like, "No, it's not. It's not in the hole." Like, craziness. I mean, I've had people hit the stick probably 10, 15 times.
That's crazy.
Crazy. But like some dude that started with us 2 or 3 years ago seen like 6.
Wow.
I think we had 12 last year, something like that.
Damn. That's crazy. So it does happen. That's awesome.
So hold on. You actually, you posted this today. I don't know if you remember this, but you said, and I quote, "I work enough charity golf tournaments that I can tell what kind of beer people drink by their outfit." We could do this one of 2 ways. You can now start running down which beers go with which outfits, or we can give you people or outfits or guys.
Oh, hold on. Let's take it one step further. We golf together. What type of beer do I drink? With that fresh FN3P and those MC Hammer pants I had on, what beer do I drink?
For those pants, you almost look like you were drinking a cab.
And I brought my own early '90s Phil Mickelson.
It's like an instant judgment. When I'm on the course doing a charity tournament, it's more of like I'm not like looking at somebody and being like, "Oh, he's gonna drink this." It's more of like when he gets his drink, I'm like,
what it's gonna be.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like you're a Smirnoff guy, or
like today. I mean, it was a dude that had like his hair gelled up a little bit. It wasn't like nicely gelled. Like, it was kind of oddly gelled. A little bit of it was like a blue collar tournament. It was great. Everybody was awesome. He had cargo shorts. Kind of.
That was going to be one of my guys.
Yeah, kind of like high white socks.
Oh my god!
But like
iron covers?
No. No, and then and like he pulled out a Bud Light, which is it's a Bud Light, but you're like, there's so many other drinks, right? And I'm like, oh, he would have a Bud Light, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
It fits the description.
What beer would a Ricky Fowler get up be? What kind of beer would that guy get?
Does it have to be beer?
Doesn't have to be beer.
Just what kind of drink, I guess.
Ricky Fowler. Let's see. I'm thinking, with his Puma, he's got the little umbrella. On.
Yeah.
Right. He's probably he's having a mixed drink if he can have one. You've seen those boys on was he part of the Spring Break Boys?
He was.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like those boys are drinking like a mixed drink like a Jack and Ginger. I feel like they might be drinking like Malibu Bay Breeze, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. Something with an umbrella. Exactly.
Something a little fruity.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's so funny.
Coconut rum.
They're not drinking whiskey. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
So I guess we get into the next thing. you live in Maine. The first thing that I think of with Maine is certainly not golf. It's more seafood, that kind of ocean fishing kind of thing.
Snow.
And it's obviously big winters, long winters is what I think of Maine. You've kind of you figured out a way to get through the winters. Explain that. It involves some TrackMans and definitely helps you through the winter. Another thing that you're into, but like you're just like the golf guy.
Hey, when you figure something out, man, you just keep leveraging it with stuff that works, you know?
It's so smart.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing a Canon. Winter jobs were tough because I was doing the Canon. Worked at a ski resort. That was kind of a background of mine. And then started working in an indoor facility that opened up. So there's a couple of them popping up around. I worked 2 years for a couple different places up here, and, you know, never really thought that I would be able to open one. Things needed to be pretty precise. Like, you know, we just didn't have like a ton of expendable cash just to go drop on a place and rent it for 12 months and open a restaurant. Like, it's just wasn't feasible.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, me and two other partners, well, we always talk about it and we talk numbers, and we kind of brokered a deal with one of our local golf courses, and we move into their empty space for the winter. We worked with AJ from TrackMan and got the pricing and figured out, you know, luckily one of our partners is pretty handy. We actually sourced all of the other materials to build it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So TrackMan didn't come in and build it.
That's pretty sick.
So we sourced all that stuff, built it out ourselves. And then
Now, were you making it like, because you have to obviously get out of there for the golf season, did you do that just because you wanted to make it like, I don't know, like collapsible, or just not collapsible, but able to take in and out easily? Like,
I mean, it was kind of we had to figure it out, because other than that, we're renting a space for 12 months.
Yeah.
Right. And we didn't want to do that because summer's just, there's no way it's going to work.
Too hard. Yeah.
Yeah. You get rainy days.
I say summer,
bored,
it's 45 and like kind of raining. And if the course is open, people are out playing.
Yeah.
Which is, especially now with COVID, like
right.
You had said something, John, like some crazy number last week or something about
10 million more people. 10 million more rounds have been played to date this year than they have in the previous years, which is crazy.
It's awesome. I think hopefully all that money goes back into the courses, and people are just keep playing, and it's only going to make things better for your golfers, you know. And I think it's I wouldn't say a blessing in disguise, essentially, but I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, this is that is one of the rare positives from COVID, that as far as like the golf world, I mean, it hasn't been better right now. Like you can't get tee times around the city. It's crazy. And hopefully you will see that trickle down effect. And obviously you talked about it, but with the winters and everything, and the indoor golf space that business is definitely starting to boom. What do you guys do? Are you guys doing like leagues, or are people using it specifically for like individual? Are they using TrackMan for numbers and to get better? Like, how are you guys like running that?
Yeah, all of the above, man. The TrackMan's incredible. Yeah, it's like you geek out on it pretty good. And you know, we had there's some older clientele that were, you know, they'd come and hang out and like wouldn't hit balls. They're just watching, and they'd watch for a couple of days, you know, because they're skeptical. And I get it, man. Some of the older stuff was not good. Like the stuff that maybe the older generation remembers is not even close to being worth your time and your money.
Right.
This stuff is just, it's awesome. So that once they started playing, and, you know, we do our rates, usually it's $40 an hour, but I did a singles rate, which is kind of backwards, because I definitely had people call me on it. They're like, well, I bring more people, why would it be more money? And I'm like, well, no, our rate's $40 an hour. But what happens when you make it, I think we did 25 for a single. There's dudes that are just hanging out sometimes and need to kill an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
And those guys aren't, they don't going to come pay $40 to just play by themselves for an hour. So we started pulling in some singles, and you get in there and there's TrackMan school. There's four different practice ranges that you can hit on. And
that's awesome.
I mean, now there's a new feature that will literally tell you to hit 10 balls, and then it will give you suggestions on what you suck at, essentially.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's
it'll
crazy.
It'll be like, do you want to work on your dynamic loft? You know, and like, are you creating more loft than you need to? Okay, so you click on that, and it's like, hit 10 more balls, and then it kind of gives you a suggestion.
That's awesome. So it's like a coach in itself.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Next level stuff for sure.
The $1 million question with those leagues is it? Can you do BYOB?
We have maybe this year. I don't know. We have a restaurant that's there.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. So they opened up for the winter. They're
sick.
traditionally not open. So yeah,
well, that helps them too.
Yeah, you can buy food and booze.
Are you only open on the weekend?
Nope, 7 days a week.
7 days a week. That's sick.
That's so sick. And I love that singles thing, because like the $40 an hour, you go there with a foursome, you're basically getting 4 hours out of it because you split it.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. You get 4 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah,
for $40.
Exactly.
And it's like, right. It's more about paying for the experience.
Yeah, I love that singles thing though too, because like the $25 like is definitely worth it. Like you said, that's awesome. And you have 4 of them, right?
Yeah,
I think I remember.
Yeah,
it's not just one. So
it's good to have that fourth one. They don't necessarily all get full all the time, but like on Saturday, sometimes we could have used 5.
Yeah,
you know, people calling in and trying to get in. So this year could be, with the way golf is going, we could have a winter.
How much room do you have though? How much more could you expand if you wanted to?
It's big. I don't know if we could fit another one in there. It'd be pretty tight.
Oh yeah.
There's 4.
Yeah, because you got to have a lot of. If anybody knows what indoor golf is like, you have to have a decent amount of room to swing for lefties and righties, and the screen and the netting and all that stuff.
Yeah, the footprint is probably 20, 25 to the screen with everything.
Yeah.
TrackMan sitting in the middle, and then 15 wide.
Wow.
So that's one space. That's one footprint.
That's pretty sick.
We could almost fit another one. But yeah, no, listen, the indoor golf we run leagues, it's a great way for beginners to come play. You just get to hit balls into a screen, not chase it around.
Yeah.
Not feel the pressure of going to a golf course.
With all that practice and stuff that you're getting during the winters, you got to be a scratch golfer at least, right?
Yeah, not quite. You know what happened? No, it works opposite because what happens is you think you're good, because indoor you're getting a good lie.
Perfect lie.
I'm like cutting and drawing balls wherever I want.
Yeah.
And then you go outside and you're standing over the ball forever. And then it just doesn't, it's still different when you go outside, but it does teach you a ton of things about course management, knowing your yardages, that bunker's this far, I should, long's better. Like there's just the course management side of things is where you really start to lose some strokes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Strokes. Gains, however you want to say
it. Both.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. John, what do you got any questions about just golf or?
Yeah. So let's go. So obviously you're, we see it on your Instagram, you're traveling all over New England. You predominantly are doing the main tracks. You did Boston for a while. Give me in the Northeast, the most overrated golf state in the Northeast and the most underrated golf state in the Northeast.
Golf state,
like just like tracks, like when you
courses.
When you think of like the massive, like the Boston area, whether it be Western Mass, Maine, the coast, what, like just areas, is there?
Sure.
I think I know what your answer might be for most overrated, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the layout of New England.
Yeah, I've been at a ton of tracks, obviously. Haven't necessarily played. I mean, I've played probably more than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Super lucky. I mean, God, I've seen. I don't even know. I can't even tell you how many. To be quite honest, there's so many. But you know, I'm a big experience guy. So when I get this question and I struggle to answer it because if I want the full experience, right? So if the course fits what they're trying to do and I have a good time there, then that for me is here.
Yeah.
But if it's like you go out and the conditions are immaculate but the vibe there isn't great and maybe you had a run in with a ranger or like those little things pull so much out of what it should be. And that can be frustrating. So, I mean, for instance, you know, in Maine, I think Booth Bay is probably the best course in the state of Maine. Pretty good experience there. People generally pretty nice. Course is incredible, like top notch, incredible. I got to play Portsmouth the other day, which is a private track.
Okay.
Now, Booth Bay's, I don't know how to. It's hard. Booth Bay, I think, is maybe better, but the vibe at Portsmouth feels a little better than Booth Bay, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that totally makes sense because
like I showed up and like the assistant pro was getting my bag and putting it on the cart, and he's like, "Hey man, love the license plate."
Yeah.
That's so great.
You know,
and I feel like even with the courses like that, it's like how you play too. Like that kind of like if you go, I could go to a great course and just play like absolute dog shit, and that's gonna play a factor in my whole outlook of it. But that kind of goes with like the vibe and like everything. Like it's a great perspective that.
I got a quick story about Booth Bay and how you like. I went and played, and you can either the only way to get on is with a member or you stay there. So you can stay there. They do like $400 packages for like one night and 2 rounds of golf.
Wow.
Which isn't terrible for that place.
No, it's not terrible. Yeah.
No. So I'm playing and I got some irons and I'm like, I get out there, go to the range. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. $130 a round. I'm gonna hit some irons. Just see what happens.
Yeah.
I hoselled 50% of my shots on the range.
With the new irons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50%. And I'm talking like not like, oh, I can manage that. I
don't know what I'm doing. Like
literally,
I don't know how to swing.
Someone was 10 yards in front of me on the range over there. I'm hitting that guy. It was bad.
That's great.
So I'm like, oh God, I pay all this money to come do this all day. There's probably pound for pound, maybe my best round ever with the mental side of it.
Wow.
Okay.
Pound for pound. I mean, it was a terrible range session.
You got to go into that. What do you go into the mental side?
So I'm just trying everything. I mean, I hoselled everything from a 4-iron to a 56-degree wedge, all the way down.
Wow.
It wasn't even good.
That's great.
So you're just grinding.
I'm grinding, haven't even teed off yet.
Yeah.
So I get the first tee, I hit a 3-wood, caught the corner, put it to 100 yards, which is, if I'm going to hosel a shot, it's that one.
Okay.
I'd rather hit a 5-iron.
Yeah.
Hoseled it. Just trees deep to the right. I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. I take a drop, red stake, take a drop on a side hill lie properly, but took my drop and I had to hit a side hill lie. And I'm short-sided. I hit it to 8 feet and make bogey. I'm like, okay, all right. I saved bogey.
We can do this. We could do this.
That's good. Next hole.
My buddy looks at me and he goes, will you swing the fucking club, dude? And he struggles. He's been struggling for a couple of years. But, like, you need guys. You need your buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, just fucking swing it, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Swing the club. And I'm, like, so glad that he said it. And I just started hacking, like, being more athletic. It probably didn't look great, but I didn't hosel a ball all day after that.
Wow.
And I think I shot 83.
Wow.
Or 80,
Okay.
84. Yeah.
Okay.
I was ecstatic.
That's awesome. Sometimes that's all you need is just a little kick in the ass and be like, yeah, it's just a game, like swing.
Right. I will never forget that round. That's what I mean.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That's pound for pound, one of the better rounds.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's a great teaching moment too. That's we're going into like the whole mental. We both listen to some audio golf books on like the mental side of it, and that specifically is like an exact example of what I was just. I think it's called Mastering the Mental Game. It's a golf book, but literally it's that specifically. It's you're probably thinking about so many technical things on the range and so many different parts of your swing, and all of a sudden it's hosel, and then you get back to just like a trigger of just being an athlete and just go swing, and that can kind of fix anything.
Side note, I think I just outed myself to the wife with new irons. Thanks for that.
Oh, Jesus. Well, cheers.
Cheers to that. So like
we know you returned those.
Yeah, I said.
If we're right. I returned them. I hated them. They were terrible.
We're going to get them sold on here. That's why we brought it up.
If we're on the mental side of things, so last year, another quick story. I played 3 days in a row, 3 different states, and 3 different courses, obviously.
Wow.
Play a local track. Not my favorite track, but it's fun to go out and you hit different clubs. It's on the shorter side. Didn't have a great front 9. I think I hit a like 30-footer on 9 to save bogey to shoot like 41 or 42, something like that. So I wasn't playing great. Okay score, but like
I saved an okay score. Yeah.
Yeah, grinding.
Mm-hmm. I shoot even on the back and shoot like 70, whatever.
Okay.
I drive to the Cape the next day, play the Cape Club, which is a phenomenal track, by the way.
Oh yeah.
The Cape Club is just
yep.
Shoot 78.
Jesus, that's
right. I drive all the way home, get in the car again the next day, drive to my in-laws, played Connecticut National and shot 77.
Jesus.
What was the trick?
Like I hit that 40-foot or the 30-footer on 9 on the first day.
Yep.
Wow.
Grind.
That momentum just turned a leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And then and it's hard to keep that. Like
that's crazy.
Right?
We're gonna talk about this before. That's conditional confidence, is what that's called.
Unconditional confidence.
No.
Oh, that's
3 different kinds.
Oh,
that's conditional.
Right.
It can go either way. So if you miss that 9 or 30-footer on 9 or whatever and started to be a pessimist, you could have been 87, 89. It can go either way. It ebbs and flows are conditional.
Parlayed it into 370s in a row is extremely impressive.
That is very impressive. So what is your handicap, though, to be shooting that low? Like,
I mean, I have about a week a year where
you do that.
Figure it out.
Yeah,
it's pretty
sick. I'm an 8.2 right now. So
yeah, which is pretty fucking good.
That's good.
I didn't show it the day we played, but
nobody did. You did comparatively.
Did I in comparative? That's what we said. Remember, we got to come up with that app that takes your handicap plus all the other shit that's going on in your life and gives you the other handicap.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
We talk about with the whole like mental aspect, the pre-shot routine, and I know you talked about with the indoor stuff, like the whole course management idea. Do you have the pre-shot routine is going to be like a big part of the mental side? Do you have like a checkpoint and a pre-shot routine that you do go through, and how much do you stick to that? Have you found any success with it? If so?
Yeah, I mean, indoors actually, if I can remember to do it. So like the first part of this year, I was standing over the ball way too long. In indoor, you want it super repetitive. 2, you generally don't stand over the ball that long. You just hack.
Hit. Yeah.
You get up, hit, and you get consistent because it's like repetitive, right? So like trying to create that on the golf course is something I need to remember. And ever since I did remember it a couple weeks ago, a month ago, I've been playing much better. My pre-shot routine isn't super precise other than the fact that I try to do all of my assessment before I touch a club. before I start messing with grip or anything. So I try to come up with the safe side, whatever it is, whatever I think it needs to happen with the wind or uphill, downhill, lie. Pick a club, line that club up to a target, set my feet to the club, and then once I get set, let it rip.
Are you visualizing? Are you like seeing the ball flight? Do you get to that level, or you just pick a target and go?
Honestly, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll have a week or, week to 2 weeks where you're peeling the ball whatever way you want. And then after that you suck and you're like, why can't I do this anymore? So it's a hard,
Oh yeah.
So like I think
it's
learning what your game's going to be like that day is a huge thing. And you need to learn kind of right away. And if once you can learn, then there's some triggers that you can go to shoot well and have a good day, Yeah,
I like that because you need to know how to navigate a course without your best stuff, because there's very few times where you don't have it all working. I can't really tell you a time where for 18 holes it's been working for me. So it was perfectly said by you. You just need to know what you're doing well that day, what you're doing bad, and just try and stay away from the bad.
Right. A couple years ago I played in a tournament where, and again, this was my first ever tournament where it was my ball, playing it through the hole, not a scramble, not a match play, like stroke play. You got to finish it. And I hit a 30-yard tee shot to start my day.
Impressive.
I kept it below the hazard.
Smart.
Okay. Even more impressive.
I was smart. I was the first tee time. There was like 4 people watching on the tee box. And I was like,
great.
Clam.
Topped it. Literally hadn't hit a drive like that all year, right?
Nice.
5 wood up, 8 iron onto the green, downhill 35-footer for par. No joke. I shoot 78. The next day I shoot 70. The next day I shoot 79. My first ever tournament win. Me and this dude.
Wow.
I played with the quintessential sandbagger. I got paired with this dude who I didn't know who he was. And everybody's like, oh, this was a crazy story. Sorry, I got stories. So this was crazy. So I get paired with this guy. I had to like coach this dude through the mental side of like just relaxing, right? So
he was freaking out.
He is kind of the sandbagger. Now that I see it, like when I was kind of out of the hole, like he'd show up, like that type of guy. We finished the round. I'm super pumped, right? Shoot 78. And honestly, I saved a ton of par. Like, getting the ball on the green and giving yourself a putt, best thing you can ever do, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No matter what. Just do it. Don't get cute. Put it on the green. Try to hit a 20-footer. Who cares?
Yeah. No reason.
So that's what I did. I was putting lights out. So we finished the round. We were the first tee time out. I have a scorecard. I put my bag in the car, whatever, hand the card in. We get docked strokes for slow play.
No way.
No my God.
No way.
They didn't even tell you, though?
So I'm with 2 other guys that know the rules. I didn't even know that it was like you had to play in 4 hours and 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But I spent 15 minutes in the parking lot. So come to find out, I'm getting text messages. I'm like, my buddies are like, dude, you got docked strokes. And I'm like, no way. You're just fucking with me. Like,
yeah.
Right. So come to find out it's true. And which is weird. Like the guys behind us were nowhere to be found. So it's either finishing 4.5 hours or 20 minutes behind the people in front of you, but we didn't have anybody in front of us.
Yeah.
It was a loophole. Come to find out, they kind of witch hunted this guy.
That's what it sounds like.
So the committee
fucked up, man.
So the committee, I get stuck with this, right?
Yeah, the wrong sandbagger.
I show up at the course. This dude is this far from one of the dude's face, just giving him the business, dude, right before our tee time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, dude, get out of here. Like, relax. And I start talking to the guy, and I'm pissed because I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, really? I tell him the story, and he's like, well, it's the rules. I'm like, it's kind of bush league. Like, 100% we were not slow. Like the group behind us was nowhere to be found. Like, you guys know this. You're just enforcing this loophole. And literally, I was in the parking lot with a scorecard for 15. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, all right. We were still in the lead, by the way, by 2 strokes.
After the 2-stroke penalty?
4-stroke penalty.
Oh, 4-stroke.
wow.
Sorry. Damn. So he had to shoot pretty well too then.
Yeah, it was
the sandbag.
best ball. So he just showed up and
okay.
He like birdied a hole. Sorry, he'd like
ham and
a
egg
hole with a stroke. Yeah, right.
We know about ham and egg.
So I finally get him calmed down, and we get to the first tee. He hits his ball in play. He sculls the second shot, and like his club just goes 30 yards down the fairway, and he's just swearing up and down and flipping out. This is hole 1 on day 2.
Oh my God.
I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall, but he's something else.
Yeah.
So I literally like grabbed him by like the shirt when he got to the cart. And I was like, you're not wasting my fucking day on this shit right now. I was like, we're still in the lead. You need to fucking relax and play golf.
First fucking hole.
Yes.
First fucking hole. I was so mad.
Oh my God.
We finished around. He kind of calmed down. I'm getting text messages coming up 18 from my buddies
saying hurry
up.
Yeah. That's great.
Right. So I'm pissed because I'm playing well in like my first tournament, and I hit a 40-footer for birdie on 18 in front of like 30 people on the deck, and I'm like, let's go. I was so angry because I was like just fired up from everything. We ended up winning. We won like $400 each. It was a good day. We're in the bar, and he like comes up and he's like, "Oh, we should play in future tournaments." And I was like, "You can go fuck yourself." It's like I'm out. Like
that's hilarious,
dude. It was like so stressful, but it was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Well, shit, man. I think we've been going long enough. I could sit here. And
I could talk forever, man.
We could do it all night, but I know you got a little one, and definitely.
Fast.
Is she?
Let's run through some rapid fire quick. I got rapid fire.
Okay. Well, take it away, sir.
All right. So I got 5 questions for you. Feel free to answer them as quick as you want. Right now, favorite player on tour?
Ugh.
You say Bryson.
I was gonna say Brooks, but I like Brooks. Brooks, but I would say Victor.
Wow. Okay. I like
that.
Two good ones. I think we agree with both those.
Yes.
Let's see. Favorite club in the bag? Your go-to club?
Driver.
Oh, that is. You don't hear that from a lot of people.
I could see that though.
I could see it though. You hit the shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can kind of manipulate it more than most clubs. So.
Love it. All right.
Or
favorite
putter, depending.
Depending if you're living for the brand. Yeah.
Living the brand.
Yeah, living the brand. Favorite golf movie?
I mean, Tin Cup's pretty great.
Yeah.
Caddyshack, you won't turn Caddyshack off.
Yeah.
If it's on TV.
That's my one, but it's the easiest one of all time. Tin Cup's a good one too.
Yeah.
Huge Happy Gilmore fan myself.
Yeah. 364 more days the next hockey season. Let's go.
Favorite childhood golf memory about either playing or watching golf?
Crazy childhood. That's interesting because I didn't golf until I was probably 16, 17 years old.
Wow, interesting. Did you watch golf?
Nope.
No?
Wow, so you just got into it.
When I started working at Point Sebago, where I'm a member at, we got cheap golf, so we'd go out and beat it around. I played baseball for a long time, so I've been always fighting that stroke. But I think for whatever reason I had a childhood memory of seeing Half Moon Bay, the golf course.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I have this memory. I have zero clue. I wasn't into golf.
Yeah, you just remember seeing that specifically.
Yeah, like an ad or a commercial or whatever it was. And I got to play it last September.
Wow.
No shit. Came full circle.
Yeah, that's another story for a different day about going to San Francisco.
That's awesome. All right.
That's awesome.
But
last one we leave all our guests with. Favorite lefty golf swing to watch?
Favorite lefty golf
Could be
swing.
pro or non-pro. It's up to you.
You guys, dude. What's up?
You got to pick one.
It wasn't your driver swing graphic, though. That's for sure. The other day.
Dude, that was sorry, Snappy McSnapstein.
Oh, that was
sitting behind me
perfect
right now.
answer.
She's about to get snapped over my knee.
You look like hold on. Who's a Red Sox player that went to the A's?
Red Sox player that went to the A's.
Middle.
Cespedes?
No.
You think I look like Cespedes?
Well,
Red
maybe
Sox.
I was thinking more. Swing.
Oh,
Lean. Yeah, you just had fastballs inside all day. Just
Johnny Damon?
yes.
oh.
Yeah, I was pulling everything down the first baseline. That was terrible.
Hopefully that's fixed for you.
Yeah, we're working on it right now. We're going through an entire.
Oh, gee.
We're going.
Let's
through
not get into that.
We're
shit
remaking
either,
the swing. We're chasing
Jesus
distance.
Christ.
We're going
He's chasing distance, and it's gonna bite him in the ass.
I'm not gonna be no. I'm not gonna be no Jordan Spieth. This is gonna work.
Easy. Jesus Christ.
All
Well,
right.
I don't know why you got to bring him up. I mean,
I didn't say it.
Whatever.
All right, boys. Last question for you. Where are we playing here in a couple weeks? You guys
That's up
coming
to
up a little bit?
That's up to you. Yeah,
That's
we're
up to
gonna
me.
take a day trip somewhere.
Right.
And I mean, you're the guy. You know all the Northeast courses, so
You're the you said it. You're the travel guy.
yeah.
I'm the travel guy. All right.
And yeah, you're the trip guy. So you tell us, and we'll be there. What's that going to be in a couple weekends, right? Columbus Day.
Yeah, 2 weekends, and
Nice.
then I got
We should probably book a tea time now.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, probably.
I got a date at Belgrade Lakes that you told me about, so I'm excited about that. We're going Monday.
Yep. I hear it's in
awesome.
phenomenal shape.
Hell yeah.
Make sure you snap a photo of the
Oh,
hats
for
on
sure.
your
We
profile.
definitely will.
Hell yeah.
No, this was awesome. Obviously, Jordan, thank you. If you guys
thanks a bunch.
Go check out the FN3P.com, the website, Instagram. Where else can they find you? People can find you. Your Instagram's FN3P.
FN3P Golf.
FN3P Golf.
Yeah.
Website same.
The website's the same. Lefty with a money sign.
Oh yeah,
15% off, right?
If that's still going
Still
strong,
live.
yeah.
Yep. I got a couple other discount codes out there too. So
yeah, awesome. Go check them out, guys. And again, thanks for your time, man, and tell the family thanks for letting us have you for a few minutes.
Well, she's up right now. You guys woke her up.
Oh, perfect time to get out of here. Cheers man.